Colorado, it is of thee, dark land of tyranny, of thee I sing. Land wherein labor's bled, land from which law has fled, bow down thy mournful head, capital is king. This is the poetic parody of a Mr. Harry Floaton, a Telluride merchant who was expelled from the town in 1903 for being a Union sympathizer. In 1903, Telluride, along with other Colorado mining towns, received a series of miner strikes led by the Union Federation in the region. Now behind me, the New Sheridan Hotel, built in the late 1800s, it is famous for its decor and period interior. The reason I'm recording with this as a backdrop is in October of 1903, a certain presidential candidate, Mr. William Jennings Bryan, visited the town of Telluride. Telluride was a small mining town, and he only had one reason to be there. He was touring and campaigning for his presidency, and it was fitting that he would be in the town of Telluride at such a time as the miners' strike. Now, earlier in Bryan's career, when he had received the Democratic nomination for the presidential election in the 1896 election, he gave a speech called the Cross of Gold speech. Many people think that when he spoke here on an October afternoon, he gave a version of that speech to the people gathered. He would have started something like this. The humblest citizen in all the land, when clad in the armor of a righteous cause, is stronger than all the hosts of air. I come to speak to you in defense of a cause as holy as the cause of liberty, the cause of humanity. Now, the miners' strike in Telluride was one of the worst in American labor history at the time, and it got violent, and the state government got involved, repressed the unions, and made many questionable arrests, and even violently suppressed the demonstrations. Now, Jennings Bryan campaigned to get rid of the gold standard, which had been brought in place by William McKinley in recent past. He had failed to beat McKinley in McKinley's election, and Bryan and the Democratic Party had failed to stop the Republicans for instituting the gold standard. Now, the gold standard is very detailed and complex economically, but at the time, it was used really as a progressivist fight, something they could rally around for the common man and the workers, because in many ways it helped big business and did not help poorer people. So the Democrats, and along with William Jennings Bryan, supporting a progressivist campaign idea, had fought very hard to not allow the gold standard to be implemented, but they had failed to beat McKinley. Roosevelt was president now, and he was more friendly to workers and labor, but Jennings Bryan still wanted to become president in the next election. He gave that speech that day, and would have ended something like this: having behind us the producing masses of this nation and the world, supported by the commercial interests, the labor interests, and the toilers everywhere, we will answer their demand for a gold standard by saying to them, "You shall not press down upon the brow of labor this crown of thorns. You shall not crucify mankind upon a cross of gold." Now, the labor strikes in Colorado in 1903 were defeated, and the miners' union did not get what they were striking for, and they would not get what they were striking for. The mines have since then closed, and Telluride and towns like it have transitioned to be a ski resort town. However, the cause of labor in Telluride has still continued with a recent ski patrol strike that had been temporarily eased and negotiated for the season, but is yet unresolved. In these discussions, it's important to not be like the town of Telluride in recent days and back in 1903, to not turn against neighbor, but to listen and to understand each other, to show what some may call solidarity. That's it.